Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So, I don't know if men holding other men accountable is trending now, right? But I'm seeing a lot of it. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. I like it because it doesn't make me out to be this woman who is sad and miserable who just comes online and hates on men. I am happy that there's a lot of grown men coming online and telling the truth and holding other men accountable. There's this guy who came online, he's a Christian guy, right? And he was complaining about not finding girls, quote and unquote, because all girls care about is their careers instead of marriages.
Now we try to date, and these girls are way more interested in a career, in a job, than a family. And like, I feel like I'm the feminine one because I'm like, hey, what about the kids? What about the family? Like, don't we want to do this? And she's like, I need to study. I have goals. I have career. I have purpose. It's like, it's totally flipped.
So he has since privated his account. I don't know what's happened. He said he's not scared of feminists and so on and so forth. And I'm like, so why are you privating your account? Funny thing is, there was a lot of men in the stitches holding him accountable. And honestly, like I said before, I'm here for it because they're making my job easier. I'm seeing other men talk about the things that a lot of women, including myself, are talking about day in, day out, and it feels like nobody is listening. So if they are listening and they are understanding and they are speaking up, I'm here for it. So I'm going to get into some of the things that they had to say. There's this lady who came and spoke about how she believes that marriage is going to become obsolete in the next few years. And I believe that too, right? I believe that it's no longer a flex to say you are married unless, your marriage is given. And if it's not given, it's not given. All right, because day in, day out, there's so many women online crying about hating being married and so on and so forth. We see so many. I stopped posting about them. Doesn't mean it stopped. Even yesterday, there's another one sitting on my phone of this couple, and people started coming for them, and they are there saying, "Oh, we are just joking." I'm like, "Yeah, keep joking. We don't want to see you crying because I'm tired of it." Every time they'll come and complain about what their husbands are not doing online, and when people start holding their husbands accountable, they'll be like, "Oh no, he's not like that. It's joke. It's this and that." So let's get into the lady talking about why she believes marriages are going to become obsolete, and we're going to get into men actually dragging this man. All right, so let's get into it and leave your own thoughts and opinions in the comments. Thank you.
Like the amount of women I see and I hear, I talk to who are literally all they care about is becoming successful. There's this, I think it was, I don't know what comedian, incompetent comedian who said women's biggest fear is dying alone. And women were like, oh, bet. Like now, women are just like, okay, let's tackle. If you think our biggest fear is dying alone, we're going to show you, no, our biggest fear is safety. But if you think we're so enamored of relationship, we're going to show you that we don't want relationships. I think marriage is going to become obsolete in the next 50 to 100 years. It's going to be that thing that, like, how like being married now in school is going to be that thing, like back, like in the future is going to be like someone's going to say, oh, I'm married. They're going to be like, oh, why would you do that? Ew. Were you broke? Are you depressed? Why did you get married? Like, I just see the future. I see the future of women being like, you only get married because you're depressed and broke. Like, I just see it.
And like, I feel like I'm the feminine one because I'm like, hey, what about the kids? What about the family? Like, don't we want to do this? And she's like, I need to study. I have goals. I have career. I have purpose. It's like, it's totally flipped.
It's women. Women, first of all. At least I hope so. And well, do you guys ever stop just bitching? I remember growing up hearing constantly about how women had equal opportunity in the workforce. And now that we're actually killing the workforce, of course, now you don't want us to be anywhere near it. There are plenty of women that do want to stay at home. There's nothing wrong with that. You didn't pick one of those, did you? If you don't like it, if it makes you feel insecure, pick someone else. Free her of you, because she'd probably do better. I dated someone like that before, constantly supported me, but didn't really support me and resented me instead. I know exactly how that road went. You'd be doing her a favor. No, instead you want the woman that you can control, the woman that you want to alter her dreams to fit your narrative. God forbid It's the other way around, because that would be too feminine, right? Pushing your dreams aside to fit your needs. And there is no guarantee at all that you're going to stay around if she did any of that anyway. Not that she should. Asking to do stuff with your kids doesn't make you feminine, by the way. That just makes you a good father or a good person. But crying about your little feelings in the car, talking about how you feel insecure that she's focusing on her career, kind of does make you sound like a little lady.
Now we try to date, and these girls are way more interested in a career.
Who are these girls? Where are you meeting them? Your whole shtick on TikTok is supposed to be as a Christian man doing masculine shit and all of this, that, and the other. Ain't you supposed to be meeting these bitches at church? Or they got websites for you dumb mother... The type of dude you're trying to present yourself to be, you picking up the wrong bitches in the wrong spaces that aren't supposed to be for whatever shtick you're creating. Bars and clubs ain't where you're supposed to pick up these bitches. So your inability to pull wool is your fault.
I'm the feminine one, because I'm like, hey, what about the kids? What about the family? Like, you know, don't we want to do this? And she's like, I need to study. I have goals. I have career. I have purpose. It's like, it's totally flipped.
There is nothing wrong with a woman who wants to pursue a job or a career. A lot of you guys seem to think that a woman's only purpose is to stay at home, raise kids, make you dinner, not work. Like, no. If she wants to go to school, earn a degree, start a job, start a career, she has every right to do so. These women are not slaves. Another thing, you want to know what's crazy? A lot of you guys expect these women to throw away their jobs and careers for y'all. And y'all have nothing to offer to these women but a headache. You know what I'm saying? You guys really want these women to settle and suffer. Sylvester, do better.
We want to do this. And she's like, I need to study. I have goals. I have career. I have purpose.
Holy shit there, Crumbum. Are you trying to tell me that she's trying to do all of the things that all the rest of us are trying to do to not be homeless? Keeping women out of the labor force and away from education is the reason why China is kicking your ass now. The only thing that this dumbass ideology accomplishes is to make more homeless people, more homeless women. Oh, I get it. That's the plan, isn't it? That way, if all women are homeless, then you can seem like you might have something to fucking offer.
Now we try to date, and these girls are way more interested in a career.
Yeah, it's really not that complicated. They don't want to be financially reliant on men, so men can financially abuse them. Because that's what happened to our grandmas. Is they weren't career-oriented and were told they couldn't get a job, really. In fact, we kept them out of the workforce on purpose. And then, yeah. Now that they're in it, they're not going to get out because they have independence and they aren't relying on men anymore. So if you're having a hard time dating, I think you're just not looking for the right kind of woman. You're looking for some woman with traditional goofy values that thinks that she needs to be pregnant and at home. They exist. Go find one. Stop talking about women who want careers as if it's a bad thing. Men use financial abuse for decades. They're just trying to protect themselves.
And these girls are way more interested in a career.
Hey there, my guy. So I'm going to give you some hard truth. You're not entitled to anything in this world. What it sounds like to me is you've just been red-pilled your whole life with alt-right, hateful thinking about women and towards feminism and that trad wife nonsense. And literally the kind of content that you're making here, because you also have your YouTube and I looked at that, that's literally red pill content and you're literally adding to the problem. You see, red pill content, and I don't even know if you understand what this means or ever have heard it, but I don't care. When you spin your dating problems, your issues with women in a way that makes it sound like feminism is the problem and women with goals and wanting to have futures and having the ability to have their own incomes and dreams, as the problem, you're the problem. Women don't need you to survive. And that's a good thing because you couldn't handle that anyway. Like taking care of a woman that has agreed to be your spouse and the mother of your children is more than just, well, I have a paycheck. I can take care of you. So much more than that. It's about having the emotional maturity to realize that if you're not attracting the kind of woman that you want, it has nothing to do with the fact that women have the ability to take care of themselves and feminism. Like, that's such a buzzword. You are affected by the patriarchy just as much as women are. You have been told your entire life that you are entitled to have a woman with a family and all that nuclear family bullshit. And that's not true. That was only started in the 50s to sort of get more people to do that dynamic. It was never true, okay? But I digress. If you want to attract a woman that wants to put the trust in you to be a partner long-term and to bear your children and have a family and raise a family with you long-term, then you need to show by doing that you can grow. Because right now you sound like a little bitch. You sound like a man-child that any woman would have to take care of because you're mentally not there. You have the mental, maturity of a teen boy, and it shows. And that doesn't surprise me because younger guys like you have probably been red-pilled their whole lives because YouTube has been nothing but this red pill nonsense. And you're creating more of it. That's the irony here. That really is the irony. So go to therapy. Therapy's not bad. Therapy's not a flaw. Therapy's not a stigma or buzzword. It allows you to learn more about yourself, find areas that you can work on and improve them, but also find areas that have been injured that you might not even realize were injured. You're going to become a better person if you actually take the time to work on you before you try and get somebody to partner with you forever. It's crazy that people still think that in their 20s, they want to get married and have kids. If I, as someone in their mid-40s, could give advice to anyone in their 20s, it's don't fucking get married. Date. Sure, date. Don't get married. No, don't have kids. Don't get married yet. If you want that, wait till you're in your 30s. And then if you want that, then do it. In your 20s, you have no idea what you're fucking doing. Your brain isn't even done developing till you're 25, okay? So imagine making decisions that will change your life forever before your brain's even done cooking. I did it. And let me tell you, I wouldn't recommend it. But what you sound like, you just sound entitled, and you sound like the woman would have to take care of you. And honestly, if you think the only thing that is required to attract a long-term mate is an income and the ability to financially care for them, you're making the easiest mistake. You're making the most common mistake. Women don't need you to take care of them financially. Now, some women will like to have that more traditional nuclear family, and that's totally fine. If that's what a person wants and another person wants the same thing, cool. But it sounds like you don't actually have any luck finding someone that does that. So, in other words, there's more to it than simply, oh, well, they don't want to focus on family. Well, of course they don't. What have you presented them that is worth throwing away their entire career, their entire physical health, their mental health, and their bodily autonomy? What is worth any of that to a woman that you're presenting? Because right now, you just sound like you're whining. Feminism is taking all the good women and making them think they have a life without men. Yeah, they do. Yep. And if you want to be part of that life, you have to bring to it. You have to add to it. You have to enhance it. You don't get to say this or that. Women have their own lives. They have their own interests. They have their own goals. They have their own careers and dreams. And having a family is one part of that. And it's up to the woman if she actually even wants that. So if you want to add to her life, if you want to be part of her life, you have to enhance it. And if you have the social skills and the mental intelligence of a 12-year-old, you're not going to enhance it. You're going to make her take care of you like a parent. And women are done taking care of adult men. I don't know how, well, I do know how you got this entitled because that's the whole red pill logic, but you need to grow. You need to walk away from the toxicity that you're embracing and accept that you are not done growing. You are not done developing. You are not done becoming a better person. And until you embrace that and start working on yourself and being a better human being, no woman worth a shit is going to look twice at you. And you're not going to find what you so desperately seem to want. You want to attract a woman that's willing to enter a legal binding contract of marriage with you and produce your offspring, then show her you're going to be able to handle that for 20 plus years. Show her that you have the mentality to not only get physically fit, because that's usually where cis men lean towards, right? But mentally fit. Because right now, you're not mentally fit because you're refusing to acknowledge that you might be a problem. We all have to become better people. If you are not attracting the type of person and the quality of person that you want to attract, then maybe work on becoming a better person, because those people are not attracted to people that aren't good people. Like, I don't know how else to explain this to you, dude, but an income and the willingness to sign a piece of paper in court ain't enough.
Yeah, whether you guys like to believe it or not, the goal is not to create division. The goal is to protect other women from all these men who are listening to all these red medicine guys with their red medicine theories and ideologies about marriages and so on and so forth, upholding toxic masculinity and patriarchy and trying to suppress women and not seeing women as human beings, as people, but as subpar humans, as objects, as their helps, and so on and so forth. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Relationships and marriages are supposed to be partnership. They are supposed to be healthy. They are supposed to be I give and you give back. They are not supposed to be on the shoulders of one person running the show while the other person is being the king. It's not a matter of master and servant. That's not what is happening here. Healthy relationship demands a lot from both parties, not just one person. The weight of it doesn't rely on one person's shoulder, doesn't lay on one person's shoulder. It takes all of us to make this thing work. So blaming women day in, day out, making it your job, oh, luck, this is why these women will never get married. All of you get your passport and get out of the country and go outside. And all the women are like, no, we are not doing anything until we see changes. And by changes, we want to see changes, proper changes, not with your mouth. We want to see actions. We want to see things changing in our world. We are tired, or else we are all going to be single, because it's better here. Coming into your life, living my career, coming to cook and clean, taking care of kids, and you earning and doing the barest minimum, and expecting me to be begging you for the coins that you make when I can also go out there and make the same amount of money, if not more, for myself, and you not understanding why I wouldn't want that. There's no conversations to be had because you don't get it. That means we are not on the same level. Do you understand? So you guys make it difficult for yourself. And on top of that, you are busy listening to all these red pill men telling you whatever you're thinking is good. And that's how it's supposed to be. But the world is changing. Alright? So if you don't change your mindset, your thought process and all of that, you're going to be single for a very long time. So if you don't want to be single, the mindset needs to change. The way you see the world needs to change. The way you see women have to change. That's the only time you're going to get the results that you want. But if you're not willing to be an adult, roll up your sleeve, wash some dishes, and you think it's all about, I'm a man, then be prepared. Be prepared. It's either you're going to be used by some of these women who are taking advantage of the whole situation, or you're not going to get any woman at all. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.